Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to give you a candid, unbiased review of this truck, 2015 F150 Super Crew 4x4 Sport. We've had this truck 3.5 years now. I have a little over 68,000 kilometers, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to give you some great information on this truck, on our experiences, the things we like about it, the things we don't so much like about it, some of the issues I've had, and a couple of the recalls. And finally, I want to finish off with some things that I would do differently if I was shopping for this truck today. Let's do this. And if you're looking to be better informed about trucks, towing, and all things RV and camping related, start now by subscribing. Click the bell notification and you won't miss a thing. It's been a while since she's been washed, so we're going to clean her up and we'll do the review. Just give me a second here and I'll get her cleaned up. Yeah, that's a bit better. I do like myself a set of nice cleaned up white leather tires. Choice of color was black. We wanted black. We like black. Our Corolla is black as well. And with the Sport package, it does come with the different grille that really sets off this truck, and we do get compliments on the appearance of this truck. Of course, on the business end of the truck, we do have the 5-liter Coyote V8 driving our power, and it is mated to the 6-speed automatic transmission. The truck is spec'd out with the trailer tow package, which means it does come with an external engine oil cooler and an external transmission cooler. The truck does come with upgraded tires. These are light truck tire, 275/65 R18. At the end of the video, I'll show you a link where I do a review of the tire and some recommendations when shopping for new or used tires. The truck does come with the color matched running boards. I'm about 230 pounds, and they are very solid running board to use for a step. Alignment wise, the truck's been holding its alignment very well. Now with the package we do have the box link system, which is very nice for tying things down. There are 4 of these around the box. We also have the lighting system in here, which is fantastic. So here's a better demonstration of the lighting system inside the bed. So you can see the lights are on in the back of the cab. Inside here you can't see much of anything. And it's still dusk. So the lighting system gives you plenty of bed light. Something else you need in every truck, it's a hockey stick. Makes it a lot easier for reaching all those things up and back, so you don't have to be jumping in. And I can show you how I shut the lights off. Overall, I find it is a beautiful interior. I like the layout of the dash, the vents, glove compartment that also has lots of storage, and the kids tend to fill that with their junk. This truck has the full power seat option for your seat, your back, including lumbar adjustment. So on your display layout, you have across the top from left to right, you have oil pressure, water temperature, fuel gauge, and transmission temperature. Transmission temperature, which is shown manually here as well, is a great piece of information to have when towing, particularly if you're towing in mountainous terrain and you're carrying quite a load. You really want to stay plugged into all of these temperatures and make sure you're not having any overheating issues. So with our menu, and I won't get into this into too much detail, but you've got your general display mode, distance to empty, transmission temperature, as I mentioned. Great to keep an eye on this at all times, and particularly when you're towing in mountainous terrain. Your tire pressure. It's interesting as we sit here that the left side of the truck has sun exposure and the right side doesn't. And it even shows up in the pressure in the tires with a pound difference from left to right. And your digital speedometer, of course, you can switch to miles or kilometers. Percent oil life gets reset on your oil changes. Some metrics tracking your engine. Trip and fuel, you got a couple gauges there. Direction with the compass. Fuel history, economy, nice bits of data in there. Under towing, you can't get in here too far without being plugged in. Off-road, I don't spend much time in here. We're not doing anything too brave with the truck, but we do have the full 8-inch display, your infotainment. Something I was really keen on getting with the truck. Your phone connections, radio, satellite radio as well, which I've kept throughout the ownership. We do enjoy having that. Plus, you can negotiate down to a reasonable price when it comes time to renew. And the truck did come with the navigation. Something else I do like about the truck, you've got large dials for volume and for tuning. You also have your manual buttons for choosing your channels, cycling through media. Of course, all of these are over on the, some of them are over on the steering wheel as well for changing, mute your volume. That's your hands-free for your phone. Your cruise control buttons, and this is your menu system on the dash. Some of the new trucks I see and I haven't been in the new Dodge Ram that have the huge display. I get a little concerned with the amount of touchscreen requirements that are being brought into vehicles now. I see them as more of a distraction for the driver, and with distraction comes safety concerns when you're on the road. The truck does have heated seats. You don't know what you're missing out on, but I tell you, on a cool morning, it's nothing like having a nice crispy seat to sit in. The truck does have the 12 volt and 400 watt inverter built in. Really nice feature to have. Use it all the time when we're traveling. Being the sport version, we do have the center console with loads of storage. I won't show you too much in there, but it's you can put a lot of stuff in there. Especially when you're traveling with 3 kids. The center console, you've got a storage bin in here as well that has a dampening closure on it. It's a very nice feature. Cup holders, obviously, a little tray you can sit your phone in, or other things, junk sometimes. The shifter itself, I love it. I absolutely love it. Down here is your button for tow mode and sport mode. With tow mode, that's helping you when you're towing your travel trailer. It's downshifting to use the engine to help brake, not just using the brakes on the truck itself. And sport mode, if you want to have a little more fun, just to get down into manual mode, and then use the sport shift plus or minus buttons on the side here. And you can drop your gears down with the toggle selector on the side of the shifter. If you want to do a nice launch, quick takeoff, have a bit of fun, tearing it up to highway speed, and then you've got full control of your gear selection. Makes the truck a lot more fun to drive. Over here we do have the selector for your 4-wheel drive, 2 high, 4 low. And down here is the trailer brake controller. Now, even though this truck came very loaded, this was not a standard feature that came in on it. It was an add-on that we had to build into the truck. Once the truck arrived, the technicians installed the brake controller. The truck has power pedals, so you can bring your pedals closer or further away, depending on the height of the people. I'm 6 feet tall. My wife is 5'2". I'm glad to say that we've come to a point of balance with the pedals. And all the adjustments we do now is with mirrors and with the power seat. You do have vanity mirrors. They do not have lights in them. Lights in there would be a nice added touch. Of course, here you've got your standard power windows. You have your mirror adjustments and power locks on the side. Mirrors are heated. With the F150, I find it has a sleeker look with this type of mirror rather than the larger mirror. And for towing, we do have a set of SEPA tow mirrors. Love them. They go on easily, and you take them off when you're done towing. So you keep that sleek look on the truck. Convex mirrors on your side mirrors. I think every vehicle manufactured, every single one of them, should have convex mirrors for covering up blind spots. I have the driver's seat position for my own comfort, so I am well enough away from the dash for my positioning. Here in the back seat, I'm 6 feet tall, 2¼ pounds. I have tons of leg room. It's a very comfortable back seat. So I've been comfortable back here on long drives and have no issues at all. So we did have a few recalls on this truck. One of them was the door locks. And we bought the truck in the fall of 2015. It started shortly into that winter where you'd have a plus freezing temperature, might get a bit of a rain or a heavy dew. The temperature drops to a few degrees below freezing, and the door locks would randomly not work. And it could be any combination in the truck. There was one time it was 3 of the 4 doors, so here we go. Lock, unlock. Lock, unlock. So I understand the fix is some sort of weather shielding that's been placed around that door lock assembly. One of the other recalls was sort of related to the door lock issue, where the door, you would open your door and you'd close the door and it would not latch. So fortunately that went away as well. The other recall was related to the seatbelt. So the one related to the seatbelt was to do with inside where the mechanism is for the belts, that you could get a spark that would cause a fire. I think it would be nearly impossible to simulate that, but however, there was a fix there. I think it was some insulation shielding that was added on that took care of that one. I recently had an issue with the windshield wiper arm. Here we go again, folks. We've got the ghost windshield wipers at work. My switch is off. My wipers are excited. Fortunately, that was covered under my extended warranty. One issue I am having with this truck is emergency brake pivots. So where the brake cable goes into the e-brake assembly, it's an L-shaped pivot, and we're at 68,000 kilometers. And this e-brake pivot has been replaced 3 times. There's no recall on it yet. It's not too bad as long as I've got extended warranty, but once that leaves, I don't want to be getting into having to repair these brake pivots constantly. And needing a functioning emergency brake is a pretty critical safety feature when towing a trailer. So something I would do differently if we were to do this purchase over again is go with a 6.5 foot box. We do have the 5.5 foot box. This was our first truck we were getting into. They are a big vehicle, and looking for something that kind of fits into our day-to-day, but having that extra foot in there would make a big difference, I think, from our needs. Our truck is pretty full when we're off on our adventures. I also think the extra foot of wheelbase would help us out with some of the trailer sway issues that we're having. Trailer sway is something I'm going to get into a lot more detail in a future video. So one other change I would do with this truck is to go with a hard tonneau cover. The soft tonneau cover's been pretty good. It's holding up well. It does bounce a lot on the highway, and it does leak a bit. One of the cushion seats here is already shifted, and we've already lost one back here. So we do get some water penetration and snow penetration within the box, and even just from washing you can see where some of it came in from the garden hose. So you may be wondering why I chose the 5-liter engine over the 3.5-liter twin turbo. The twin turbo was getting a lot of attention, and you get all that instant torque right off the line. Supposedly you get better fuel economy, although I've never seen anything that clearly states that. And in fact, what I've read and viewed on YouTube is when that engine swivels up and when those turbos are kicking in, you are burning more fuel than with the 5-liter. But that's not something I've seen tested to any level of accuracy. But what I do know is with the 3.5, they were having issues with turbo lag. I believe they corrected that with downsizing one of the turbos. The other issue at the time was timing chain stretch. And again, it's a newer engine. The 5-liter had been around a really long time. It's proven itself over time, and to be honest, it's a much nicer sounding engine. It's got that deeper, more aggressive, throaty rumble to it, particularly when you come onto it. I find with the truck, when you're cruising along at highway speed, it's a nice, quiet drive. When you come onto it, you want that power. You get your power, and you hear it as well. I tell you, this truck can haul the mail. She's a fun ride. Get that coyote purring. Never get tired of it. Well, and you can't beat that. You can't beat that out of a 5-liter. 3.5 is not going to compete with that. So that's the way we went. Am I happy with that choice? Absolutely. And I still stand by it. Overall, we are enjoying our truck ownership experience. It is the first time that we've owned a truck. Of course, we need it for towing our travel trailer. It's been an excellent choice for us, and it's certainly a vehicle that I would recommend to others. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. And remember, if you're looking to continue to grow your knowledge base on trucks, towing, and all things RV and camping related, start now by subscribing. Click the bell notification and you won't miss a thing.